Hey everybody, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the Shadetree Pro, here at the beautiful Grand Vista Marriott in Orlando, Florida, where I own and operate my teaching business under the Shadetree. Now, as I will continue this series on Scottie Scheffler, you will love this one. Now, you all knew from the beginning Scottie Scheffler had problems with his putting. And like most people out there, you know, they go to this claw grip and it works well. You remember Chris DeMarco did it and many others. But let me show you and tell you exactly what is happening. Now, you all know my philosophy top down. And I've been pretty much putting the same way. I copied what Jack Nicklaus did, and I've been pretty much putting the same way for damn near 30 years. And everybody knows I putt that ball well. Now, I'm going to roll a few of these. I might not make them because, like I say, ain't no money involved. But anyway, the point is this, is that this is our anatomically neutral position. Now, what happens is this. Now, from this anatomically neutral position, you know, we can come out, we can do certain things. But what happens is that once we turn this hand over, then our arm becomes more like it's just, you know, swinging back and forth, more like a pendulum. However, whether you're wiping down the inside of a wall or leaning over a fence and wiping the one side of the fence or another. But what happens with that, this is what comes important when it comes to putting with the claw grip and all of that. What happens, people, is that because the shoulder girdle is a separate entity from the body cavity and they're able to move on their own, when you turn the hand over and you putt with the claw grip, you are isolating the trail scapula. So when you isolate the trail scapula, which is what you're doing here, it's all you're able to do is now is just get that feel of that roll and just get the ball on line, get your good starting line, and just roll it. Because once you isolate the scapula, then all of a sudden it's just going to start going up and down, just like it's supposed to. Oh, that one went in. But once you isolate the trail scapula, it's got nothing to do with the lead one. It's got everything to do with the trail scapula. Once you isolate it, and you better believe I know exactly where the isolation is coming from, you got to pay for that one. But once you understand how to isolate the trail scapula, it's just a matter of just letting the natural anatomy of your body just take over. Don't go in. Just let the natural anatomy of your body just take over and just rock it back and forth. Now, what happens with a lot of people, what happens with a lot of people when they're putting, if they don't know how to isolate the trail scapula to putt, what happens is that, you know, they've always talked about, you know, when you're putting that it's on an arc or whatever, and that's probably the dumbest thing you can ever hear, because you don't putt on an arc like that. You putt on an arc like this. This is more consistent. You can consistently make this arc. Here's why. It goes back down to my top-down philosophy. Only way you can make this club move, you got to get it up in the air. So once you're isolated, you get it up in the air, it comes back down to strike and it goes back up. See, when we're trying to go around and all of that with a putter, you're just bringing too much involved, too many variables involved. So get that set up to where now you isolate that, make your arc like this, make your arc like that, because now you can collect the ball, you can keep it on line, and like I say, you isolate the trail scapula, and then you just make a roll. Boy, those are beautiful rolls. Get a little better line. And basically, that's all that did for Scottie Scheffler. And all the rest of them is out there as well. What you've done is, as soon as you turned your arm over, you've isolated this trail scapula. It's, for example, that if I want to take this golf club and I want to press it up against my body, then I have to turn my hands over for the most efficient way to press it up against it. If I turn my hand over this way, then it'll slip out of, well, you know, all kinds of different things. But once I put it over here, now I've pressed it up against it, no different than when I turn my hand over to do the claw grip. It's exactly the same process, people. And just make that trail scapula just rock back and forth. Get you a good ball location. Definitely, on this lead hand, get you definitely a good dead fingers grip. And in essence, when you turn this over, you still can feel that dead fingers grip as well. You can still feel the dead fingers on the club. So that's how Scottie Scheffler turned his putting from a little bit of wiggliness or whatever to where it's more isolated and he's putting better. Hey, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the Shadetree Pro. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like it, definitely, like I said, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. You know how we do it, baby. Charles Calhoun, aka the Shadetree Pro. Always good golfing.